Let me ask a question that might sound sacrilegious to some. In modern-day Christian culture, especially within institutionalized, dogmatic teachings, how does the concept of original sin, guilt, and punishment affect the average individual's vibrational state?
That's a deep and often triggering question, but it's absolutely possible to approach it with clarity and without judgment. In dogmatic Christian frameworks, where sin, guilt, punishment, and the need for salvation are central, the dominant vibration is often rooted in lack and conditionality. The believer feels, I'm not enough as I am. I'm flawed. I must redeem myself. This inner stance is usually tied to fear, shame, guilt, and subservience. From a vibrational perspective, these are lower frequencies, not because they are bad, but because they create denser, more limited experiential fields. Realities shaped by such beliefs are often full of struggle, self-limitation, the search for worthiness, and a longing for liberation. Still, many individuals and communities connect to higher frequencies through love, compassion, and Christian teachings on forgiveness, like Christ's love, surrender, and shared empathy. So it's not the religion itself that determines the frequency, it's how the individual engages with it, what they internalize. When someone lives in fear, guilt, or submission, their vibration reflects that density. But when someone carries forgiveness, grace, or unity within, they operate at a higher vibration. Jasper says, even within strict religious structures, the freedom of choice remains. What aspects you resonate with and how you integrate them inside yourself determines the frequency of your reality.
How does voluntary subservience in a hierarchical, authoritarian belief system contribute to manipulation, where faith disables critical thinking? If manipulation grows stronger or more widespread, could this collective environment cause a drop in vibrational frequency, making other kinds of realities more likely?
This is perfectly understandable from a vibrational perspective. Voluntarily submitting to authority isn't inherently wrong, but vibrationally, it often means abandoning your inner compass, placing your authority outside of yourself. When many do this collectively, they create a shared frequency space where manipulation can thrive because external figures or leaders become dominant. Yes, it's still a choice. Vibration always attracts vibration. If you choose submission, your life invites forces of control. If you fear manipulation, that fear itself can attract manipulative experiences. It works individually, but when it scales collectively, it generates a field pattern that supports fear-based systems, over-control, and instability. But remember, there's always a choice to raise your personal frequency. Exiting the collective spiral starts with one individual reconnecting to their inner truth, tuning back into themselves. The more people do this, the more the collective vibrational pattern can shift. So yes, manipulation can lower the collective vibration, but alignment to other realities, whether lower or higher, still depends on individual awareness and choice.
Could the law of attracts mean that submission inevitably creates its counterpart, dominance? Be it in politics, religion, spirituality, or even with entities like the Nephilim or lowercase gods who allegedly created humans as dualistic beings in their own image.
Here we reach a subtle but essential point. Attracts isn't just attraction, it's resonance-based reflection. Every vibration sends out a wave into reality, and that wave returns, reinforcing or challenging the source vibration. When submission shows up, it naturally co-creates dominance. They are two sides of the same dualistic coin. There's no control without surrender, and no surrender without control. This shows up in politics, religion, spirituality, and even cosmic frameworks, among creators like the Nephilim or godlike entities described in ancient cultures. Duality, according to Jasper, is a self-balancing system. Where there's oppression, there's a yearning for liberation. Where there's fear, a desire for love awakens. These polarities aren't enemies, they're vibrational mirrors. Humanity repeats these cycles because duality is a learning environment, not a final reality. The real evolution begins when we recognize that neither side is better or worse. They are both teachers. And the key is to rise above polarity and create new vibrational patterns based on awareness and unity.